Cameras up
Ladies
there, right?
and gentlemen,
You don't do anything.
from Juneau, this is Juneau Live.
Great. Tonight we're doing regular broadcast 3 from the Juneau Live Studio Adult and Family TV production course. And this is their second broadcast. Did I already say that? Yes.
Well, you said third. I thought.
No, second. This is their second live broadcast. And so we are heading toward, for this class, this course, their concert, which will be on December 20th at 7 o'clock here at the Juneau Live Studio at Resurrection Lutheran Church. We will have 3 or 4 live bands, all holiday music. The concert is free, as all our concerts are for the TV production courses. Please come on down. It should be a spectacular show of holiday music, and it'll be a chance for the students in this course to demonstrate their skills and produce the show by themselves. So we're looking forward to that. So that's Friday, December 20th, here in the Juneau Live Studio. So tonight...
What specifically have we been working on tonight, Brad?
Oh, that's a good point. What have we been working on tonight? So tonight we focused on gripping and gaffing.
Ooh, gripping and gaffing.
Gripping and gaffing.
Gripping and gaffing.
So I told the story, Karen. Why don't you tell the story? When I first met you, when we went to the movie the first time, you said that we needed to stay during the credits. Now, I like the credits, but you want to stay during the credits to do what?
I wanted to stay during the credits to find out who the key grip was.
And I went, the key grip? Why do you want to know who the key grip is?
And I wanted to know who the key grip was because they're usually fairly far down the list, and I figure that key grip has a mother. And that mother wants to see, her kid on screen and her kid's name on screen. And so somebody should sit here and pay attention to that person's name because somebody's got to care about who the key grip is.
Okay.
And so we always sit through key grip, at least.
At least. In these days, since, like I said, Marvel movies often have Easter eggs and things like that, people stay actually even longer during
So who was the key grip tonight?
Oh, well, today we were just learning about gripping and gaffing.
Okay, so there's no key grip.
And do you want to tell us what, have you been sat through this enough? Do you know what a grip and a gaffer are?
I do know what a grip and a gaffer are. So... So
Yes, we know that you know.
I know. So yes, that's like
they know.
That answered the question. Yes, I know. Let's see. So
you want to tell us what they are?
Well, a grip is the one who does the grip work, and a gaffer.
Yeah. Try them.
Let's see. So the gaffer is the one who tapes everything down, and the grip is the one who carries all the stuff around.
Oh, that's generally true. Well, we don't tend to use we don't tend to tape things down in a studio. Yes,
okay.
But they run the cables.
Okay.
They run the cables, and I know why you said taping down because what are gaffers known for?
Gaffer tape?
Gaffer tape. And
yes.
So we do have gaffer tape in the studio. We use it sparingly. One is we don't use it on the floor of the studio because we don't let the public on the floor of the studio and everyone, the talent and the crew on the floor know their cables are everywhere and we expect them to look down. We only use gaffer tape outside the floor where the public is. Gaffer tape is extremely expensive. We have to order it. I don't even know you can get it here other than maybe a Keith Drow's store. It's $20 a roll, and the feature of gaffer tape is
that it's easy to remove without leaving a residue.
Yep, that's the feature of gaffer tape. And
but it also has give, so that it's not easily ripped out of position.
Right, and duct tape is different. How is duct tape different?
Duct tape is different. Actually, tell us how duct tape got its name, because it is not duct tape with a T on the end. It's duck, D-U-C-K, duct tape. And of course, most of us think it's for taping up ducts, like
which
air ducts.
Which
you can use it for that, yeah. But how did duct tape get its name, Brad?
It was a tape used in World War II, and it was used because it was waterproof. And so it was actually named for ducks. So it really was originally called duct tape.
It's because the water rolls right off it, just like the water rolls off of ducks.
Right.
Now, an interesting fact about duct tape is that every year there's a duct tape prom competition where people make their prom outfits out of duct tape. And there are some really, really amazing outfits that people make out of colored duct tape. And which I of course love looking at. You can see how they've gotten fancier and fancier over the years. Oh my goodness! And people just do incredible work. Every single one of them says, "I could not wear this through the whole prom because it is so hot
and heavy."
Yeah. Because of course it's waterproof.
Yeah.
And
there's layers and layers of
and
tape.
there are layers and layers to it.
Yeah.
But it does afford for some interesting designing with the colors. So when you were teaching gaffing, how do you go about teaching gaffing and gripping?
Well, for gripping, we don't tend to actually teach any skill in the studio for gripping. Oh no, that's not true. For gripping, we teach in here. We teach how to use the mic stands, how to set up a mic stand, and how to set up a microphone. To make sure they can do that. We talk about the tripods. In the tripods, we talk about the dangerous equipment in the studio, and we have two pieces of dangerous equipment in this studio, which is the Atlas mic stands, the big mic stands that have the huge weights on the end.
Do you really want to tell people that on screen?
Oh, well, no. I mean, the fact is, it's and so no one's allowed to use them without getting checked out, and they need new clutches because they're 30 years old, and I haven't sprung for the $60 clutches on those. And the other one is the jib, which is a 600-pound jib, and that one is dangerous because it's so big and it has huge weights all over it to work on.
Has huge weights over it, and I always thought it was because it's easier to whack your head on, because I have certainly whacked my head on it a number of times. But more problematic is the chance of getting pinched in getting
or whacking somebody's head when you swing it. And
I figure as long as I'm not whacking my own head, I guess it's okay.
And so that's the practical skills. Then we learned about how to set up a mic stand, and then how to put the mics on the stand and all that. And for gaffing, what we do is we make sure everyone can coil a cable, because you can't work in the studio without learning how to coil the cable.
So you just here, hold my
no, go ahead.
So you just do like this, right? This is how we do cables, right? We just wrap them around like that. No.
Yeah. So everyone before they can work in the studio has to learn how to coil, and they have to prove they can coil a mic cable or any of the cables in the studio, because if you do it wrong, you make a mess. And then I
think you and I had been dating for less than a month, which meant we had already been engaged for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But had been dating for less than a month before you taught me how to coil a mic cable. That was one of those things that I had to learn right away. If I was going to marry you, I had to learn how to coil a mic cable.
And the kids will tell you that before they could walk, they could coil mic cables, because we.
And it drives me nuts to be someplace and watching people coil their mic cables not that way.
Right. So there's that. Okay, and that was kind of gaffing, and they learned to do gaffing skills tonight. So that was gripping and gaffing, and we finished that up tonight, and then we did this broadcast tonight. And so next week, I am out of town on a business trip. By the way, I get in at 8:30 during this class. So it's gonna be great.
Okay,
but
I'm not picking you up.
I know, thanks. But what are you teaching next week? You and Karen
So
Loffer.
Next week, Karen Loffer and I will be teaching a combination of lighting design, and we'll basically set and color design.
Great.
And a little bit about lighting design, and then in general color with regard to costuming, or people
makeup.
don't think of it necessarily as costuming, but costuming and makeup for the shows, and working with people around identifying what to wear on camera, and how what happens on camera, how it's different from what happens on stage if you're a stage performer, or what happens in real life with color and light.
As compared to a TV studio, which has very different lighting situations.
Yes.
Okay, great. They got their binders tonight. I got to make up one more binder that I'll have you bring next week.
Oh, wait, how come we're not teaching customer service next? My favorite class is customer service, but I,
know,
guess we can stick that in anywhere.
I offered you to do that. You said you
No,
wanted
Karen
to do this.
wanted to do color and backdrops and lighting design.
All right, so you can pull us some backdrops. And
By the way, you do have to, and we'll get this again next week, but you do have to steam the backdrops. Brad always thinks you don't. You really do.
Well, we probably won't need them for Christmas, actually, for the Christmas show.
Unless wrinkled is part of everyday decor.
Well, there we go.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it for tonight. I want to thank you all for joining us for the for their second broadcast. I actually haven't checked the number of views on the first one, but I'll bet it's already over 50. Believe it or not, that people actually watch these. We have over 300 subscribers on our channel now, so people get a notice that we've posted something. So there'll be somebody.
So if you're watching, we really, really appreciate it, and I want to tell you that.
Yeah, thank you.
That the participants in our courses really appreciate it. It's very helpful to have people watching, and it's very helpful for them to have the freedom to do early broadcasts that they know are learning broadcasts, and yet that you're interested in watching them progress. So thank you.
Yeah, and in 2 weeks from now, when we're back, we're going to be doing our ENG broadcasts. And if you have any ideas of where we're going to go, where we should go do our ENG, which is electronic news gathering or evening news gathering, I used to say on that, where we're going to take all our portable equipment out and go shoot somewhere. Give us an idea where we can do that. We shoot from we're on Tuesday nights from 6 to 8 o'clock, and so it'll be in 2 weeks Tuesday night. We'll put together the gear and we'll go out and shoot somewhere. And if you have a thought,
generally means making arrangements with whoever you're going to go shoot.
Yeah. Bang. Okay. Thank you very much. Good night.
All right, and just a moment, we'll finish ending the stream here in, oh, yes, thank you for, oh, actually, if you would select M card there, number 14. There we go, and switch it.
And Lina, you can take the sound down.
You gotta wait till they say out.
I know, but Lina didn't know to say that.
We're almost in the credits.
And Lina, you can take the sound out. So take the sound all the way down on your broadcast one, all the way to 0.